Runaway robot.
Never really done DM prep live, like true DM prep. We've dicked around with maps and stuff, but go ahead and add that. Bam, baby. And look, it's my pretty face. I know you guys missed me. Go ahead and center that bad boy up. Now it's correct after another refresh. Excellent. Excellent. Good to hear. So, tonight's beer, I thought we'd get something a little special, is a special double cream stout by Bell Brewery. It's a sweet stout. We're going to be using the anniversary, 2-year anniversary mug from Service Brewery, which is a brewery near me. So if you want to dox me, that's another way you could find out where the fuck I live. Anyways, so we're going to do a nice little pour here. Oh. Wow. That is dark. Yeah. All right. So, after the pour, looks like this. Hell yeah. Good pour, too. That's good stuff. Actually, really good. Okay, so let's talk Dungeons and Dragons, right? Let's talk about DieFall as a campaign, as a show. As dark as my soul, yes. Almost as dark as mine, too. Go ahead and move these around so I can put this on a coaster. All right. So what we're going to do today is basically put down in writing on the computer rather than some of these notebooks a lot of what we're going to be doing and what we're going to be doing next. Additionally, autofocus there was bad. Additionally, we're going to look at some of the characters and some of the stuff that we're going to add to their journals and things. We've got a bunch of monsters sitting in here that we're going to take a look at in a little bit. Desdin was one that I wanted to take a look at real quick. Appearance, features and traits, treasure, character backstory. Something I was going to add into here was a lot of stuff that CB and I talked about for Desdin. So those of you that don't know, Desdin is a monk, a wanderer that has kind of shown up in this campaign at an interesting point in time, and he's basically assigned himself the job of not letting the gnome Ignas Erdrick die, because Ignas has saved him multiple times now. So he sees that as his job. So he was born in a city called Arishol, which is known as the land of 1,000 rivers. It very much resembles like a cradle of creation type of area. Some things to note about it. It's a marshland. Lots of rivers, obviously. It's in perpetually ankle deep water all over the place. So Desdin was raised in Arishol and then sent to the what do they call it? I called it temple, yeah? Okay, temple. Wisdom's Cradle. As a teenager. Then we'll put in a little bit of detail here about Wisdom's Cradle. It's a temple to Thanir, and if I'm remembering correctly, let me make sure I have it right. List of aspects. Thanir is the aspect of wisdom and learning, right? So temple to Thanir, which is wisdom and learning. They're generally known as the keepers of knowledge in the cradle of life itself, right? So they're actually one of the largest libraries in the land, in the full continent. So Arishol or Arishoil? Oh, Sol. It's O-L, not O-I-L. Thank you. they're meditative, quiet. Meditative, and very librarian-esque, right? Even though I shouldn't have capitalized that. Librarian-esque. There we go. Cool. Yeah, that kind of does that. So while he was there, Desdin memorized some texts. The text known as the Winds of Change, which is basically a legend and a historical recounting of the history of Voss. So it's a historical telling of the history of the aspect Voss. Voss is wind, right? He's the wind aspect. And detailed inside of this is the rise and fall of Rashi de Voss. Popping a migraine med just to be on the safe side. High as a kite in a little bit. I love it. Sounds good, man. So it's the rise and fall of Rashi de Voss. That is detailed in this book known as the Winds of Change. I know I'm typoing everywhere, but it happens. So what we know about Rashi. She at the time was an ancient wind dragon. Okay. She is the daughter of Aspect Voss, hence the name De Voss. She shed her name and just claimed Rashi as her own. The history here is there is a temple ? In the northern desert, known as the Waste, which is a desert north of the Spine. Okay. So I'm going to put this in parentheses because, I mean, there is a temple there, but we're just going to leave it question marked. Gathering inspiration. Perfect time to invent something for the party. Oh, fuck me. I just spilled on my notebook. Tragedy strikes once again. Unbelievable. Oh, something I wanted to add to Wisdom's Cradle. It's because it's full of book, it's the only building out of the water. It's set up higher on after many flights of stairs to try to keep the text dry, right? So it's definitely hard to keep text dry while you're in a marsh. But that's where they're keeping them. Okay, and I think that's... Oh, hang on. Yeah, so she's daughter of Voss. She was a minor aspect, right? Due to her power from her birth, as well as being a dragon. She had a couple hundred to a few thousand followers at one point in time. And the way the aspects work is as they gather followers, they gather power. So people that either follow them or worship them, they gain physical strength through how the celestial plane works. So she had some of that, and so Rashi challenges Voss for the title fight, the title of Aspect of Wind. She didn't want to be a minor anymore. A minor aspect. She wanted to be part of the full pantheon, right? The deal is Voss messes her up real good. Voss buries the temple in a like an enormous sandstorm. Okay. Thusly, he creates the waste. Right? So the waste didn't exist until this essentially the father puts down the daughter and says no, and basically just dominates the crap out of her. So what Desdin's been doing is he wants to get here. Desdin knows a lot. He's read the book. This is all knowledge. This is all knowledge that was in the book. The Winds of Change. So it's a historical retelling of the rise and fall of Rashi de Voss, right? So this is the information that's kept inside of that. So he knows this information. Aren't always that specific. I mean, I'm not necessarily being specific, am I? Rashi was the daughter of Voss, so a minor aspect. She had a temple, ? In the waste. She had a couple hundred to a few thousand followers at one point in time, and this caused her to challenge Voss for the title of the aspect of wind. And so this is like the legend of the. It boils down to the legend of the creation of the waste, right? That happened thousands of years ago. So how did the desert get formed? Well, there's this story that kind of puts it together. Anyways, so that's just what Desdin knows. So that's good. That's easy enough to put in there. Do I have anything else over here? Oh, that's Orc Scouts. We have a bunch of Erdrick stuff. So this is the meat of what we're going to get into today. I just wanted to add this for his stuff. But what we're really going to get into today has a lot to do with Erdrick and figuring out what we're doing there. All right. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to zoom in on this bad boy. Sorry, just getting all this stuff set up. Interesting. Why is it? I'm not a fan of how this functions, but all right, we'll just do it like this. So Erdrick. That's what we're looking at now. So where our heroes are is in a... they're in... And we can actually just look at this right now, actually. Let me bring this back up. So they are here. They're in essentially a smuggler's location that the Opal Daggers are in charge of right now. It used to be owned, or it was owned, by the Golden Eagle Company. So the Opal Daggers were tasked with holding the entrance on the Erdrick side to the Golden Eagle's main passageway. So main passage through the mountains, through the spine. Let's keep it whatever. Haven't had time to watch all the VODs yet? Oh, I'm sorry. They're all on YouTube. If you haven't watched them there. Have all the writing for Sarai. It's translated to English, but it shouldn't take long. Okay. If you want to, go for it, man. I'd like to read it. So the issue here is they attacked the Opal Daggers, right? The Daggers didn't believe. So the Daggers didn't believe Ignas was who he said he was. Ignas is the full title for him, he is Viscount. So Viscount Ignarius Erdrick the Fourth. So they didn't believe him because he didn't provide sufficient proof. He also rolled poorly. So that happened. The daggers are lawfully in the cave entrance / storage area. They were asked. So their leader. So Hida von Rolls. She is a lower house lady. And basically patron of the Opal Daggers, because each of the smuggling companies, they're technically just trading companies now, right? They're smuggling companies. They all have a patron of one of these houses. There's very few companies that function without some form of legal governmental precedent, right? They wouldn't just let that happen. So Hida von Rolls, she was asked by Earl Reist Sertins, who is the essentially he's the patron of the Golden Eagles, as well as a high lord. He's also an earl. He holds the highest position out of the high lords and low lords. High lord and patron of the Golden Eagles, to basically guard that post, because his forces are unavailable due to fighting in the northern tunnels, further north in the spine. Okay, company, don't trust the company. Right? So this is kind of the pickle they've now put themselves in. Okay? So this is also the point in time where if you don't want spoilers for what's going to happen next, leave. Because it's going to get real spoiler heavy as soon as I hit the enter button here. I know I'm typing all this and I'm not even showing you. There it is. It's going to get real spoiler heavy as soon as I continue typing. So I'm going to give you a couple seconds, and then I'm going to get going on it. So the issue here is, let's go Hida von Rolls. She is so we already defined this lower house patron of Opal Daggers. She is highest ranking or highest esteemed royal or royal from the lower houses. She has interest in gaining a high seat, obviously, right? She wants power. Might be better if you don't confuse and distract him by discussing the own campaign. You can do whatever you want. So she has interest in gaining a high seat. She is in the process of selling out Erdrick, the Duke and City, to the Orc Lord. who we have not yet defined what his name is. I know what it is, but we have not yet defined what that is, or if he truly exists in the campaign. As far as these guys know, he does exist. There is an Orc Lord, and there's reasons for him for existing. So this is what he is doing. The area that they're in. So this is what she's up to. So she's trying to make this happen. In the area that our heroes are in, so let's talk about the orc. Excuse me, the orc party that was approaching at the end of the last session. So approaching at the end of last session. Our heroes don't know this, but they're not going to. Wow, it changed the way that okay, whatever. The plot thickens a lot. Yeah, it does thicken. They are not going to bash the door in. They're not going to. They've been told that the guards, I should put this in quotes because it's just one of the companies, the guards, Opal Daggers, will be there to open the gates for them. Okay? The location, so that's what they're doing. This is what they're going to do. They're going to wait. So eventually, the the orc captain of this group will come knock a particular knock coded on the big door, and we'll see what happens. Right? This group, I have them on a different page here, so we can look at what they look like because they were narrowly avoided in the last session. This group here, yeah. So this is the smaller portion of this group. There is the orc captain. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 orcs and 2 ogres. So they're packing some serious heat here. I believe they're all in the GM overlay. Oh, hang on. Why can't I click on any of you? What's going on here? Are they all on a different layer that I don't even know about here? This is so weird. Are they on map? What? What happened? What about what happened to my tokens? Ah, this is so frustrating. I can see my dynamic lighting. What happened to my tokens? Can I click them? Yeah, I can. What the fuck? Oh, they're all on the map. Are you serious? Did I fuck this up that bad when I made this? Jeez. Alright, token layers, baby. Sorry about that. Had me freaking panicking right now. Token layer. It might be on the map layer. Yep. They're on the map layer. I messed it up. It's fine. They didn't actually have this fight, so that's good. But they still have the potential to. This fight is one they should not take. They will die. This is way too much for them. And it was supposed to be that way. Anyway, so this is the group that's outside. So eventually this guy will he'll walk up to the door and attempt to enter. He'll try to let the guards that are supposed to be there know that his group is here and that there's more coming. Okay, so the Opal Daggers / Hida Von Rolls has sold out the city. So there's already there's fighting happening north in the northern tunnels, right? We've already established that. But now it looks like they've gotten around in some way, and they've gotten small groups around, and they're going to be able to come from the south of Erdrick and start assailing the city from that end. So the fight has already come in some way, shape, or form to Erdrick. There's maybe not on the scale that they were ready for. Okay, and he will gain entry or bash the door down. He will get one of his ogres to do it. They will have time though, because they're waiting on other people. They're waiting on more orcs. Slash whatever else is coming with them. I can come up with a whole bunch of scary things for that. So that's kind of the what's happening in the background here. So when our heroes get to Erdrick, when they arrive, so let's maybe we should establish Erdrick as a whole here. Okay, so Erdrick, it's also known as the City of Jewels, is essentially a mining and trading hub in the spine. It's pretty much one of the only ones that exist in there that aren't barbarian tribes or small towns. So Erdrick is the largest city in the spine at this point. It's immense. It's built into the side of one of the large mountains. So when our heroes exit the building that they're in, they will walk out basically into a large valley where they'll be able to see the city butted up against one of the spine mountains. So that's where they're going. Now there's things to know about Erdrick. It definitely it's set up in rings, right? So the lower ring is where your it's the poorer section, right? Poorer section. You'll have maybe some miners, some lower craftsmen, and a lot of the populace. Oh, that's the wrong way to spell. A lot of the populace lives here. So then you have the middle ring. So this one has the nicer shops and taverns. This is essentially what you would call the quote unquote middle class. I should also specify here that in the lower ranks, the companies rule this area. So each of these companies own a neighborhood essentially. Own neighborhoods. Okay. So the middle ring has nicer shops and taverns and is generally the peace is kept by a combination of the golden eagles, the azure boars. So those are the two groups that tend to keep the peace up there. These are both associated with High Lords. The Duke himself does not employ a company. He has his own guards. The house has its guards, but he relies very heavily on the Golden Eagles. The Golden Eagles have established themselves over many, many generations. Earl Reist Sertens is an elf. He has been serving the dukes of the City of Jewels for a very, very long time. So he's very well trusted is by the family. Hence him having a higher rank than most of the other lords, right? Random thought got answered already. Okay. So that's how that is. Erdrick sounds like Laran in your setting. Interesting. And then at the end of this, you have the upper ring. There's 3 rings. The upper ring. So this is the here we'll specify this too. The middle ring also contains the estates of the lower houses. Okay. The upper ring obviously contains the estates of the upper houses as well as upper houses as well as the Duke's estate. Right? Thinking of the ogre and door, and that comment doesn't help your thoughts. So this kind of lays it out. Oh, hang on. My mother is texting me. All right. Yeah. So that's the lower ring, the middle ring, and the upper ring, as well as the Duke's estate. So some details about the city are it's mining, mining jewels, and ore is the major business of this city. Now, the things to note about this is Erdrick has lax to no slave labor laws. Okay? Indentured servants, slaves, whatever. They exist here. Erdrick has been utilizing goblins, orcs, trolls, and ogres, etc., right, etc., as mining labor for hundreds of years. Okay, so earlier than like the great grandfather of Ignas, this has been going on. Okay, yeah, they are. They've basically the companies. In addition to running certain trade routes, the companies also they maintain mines and oversee mining operations and basically the slave work, right? They've begun using constructs, so not real beings, constructs, built things. To slave drive, so to quote drive labor. Okay, things to know. So this is what Erdrick is doing. This is what they do. So the companies maintain mines and oversee mining operations. They've begun using constructs to drive labor. So that's things that you'll see in the city itself. So this is all sanctioned, by the way. So this is all legal in the city of Erdrick, based on Ignas's father, Ignarius the Duke, and his rule of law and the law of the fathers before him. This is a thing. Let's see. What else can we talk about with Erdrick here? So we have. We could talk about the house. I don't know if you guys care about that. They don't really. So let's come down here, I think. Let's indent here. Erdrick has been dealing with incursions. Let's call them incursions of free orcs. Maybe let's call them grayskins. Free grayskins. That have been essentially raiding mines and because they additionally use this labor for trade routes too, mines and trade routes, to steal and free slaves and try to convince them to join the cause. Now this cause, so the let's call it the slave labor revolt and rise of the Orc Lord. right? So who's our Orc Lord? Who is he? Well, he's in an old notebook. Grayskins. I'm going to call him Grayskins, because generally they're characterized by their skin being gray, I think, except for goblins, but I think that's fine. Who is the Orc Lord? Can't remember his name, because I wrote it so long ago. His name is Zog. Forgot about that. Which is Orc for Mountain. He has claimed himself the King of the Spine. Okay. Which is interesting, right? Having this giant city here and a duke, and then Zog comes out of nowhere and says that, nope, it's me. It's definitely me. So he is he's a former slave of Erdrick. He is rumored to be the chosen of Aspect Boar, which is conquest. Whether or not he is yet to be seen. For them. My answer here is no, he's not. He's not. He is smarter than average bear that has had his mind twisted by another. Okay? Who is this? Who's the other? The other. The other is nameless so far. The other is an orc. An orc shaman. He is this is where it gets interesting. The orc shaman is the chosen of the hell is his name? Her name? Its name. They don't necessarily have genders. Karis. Yes. Karis is the chosen to aspect Karis, which is disease. Okay. So, unnamed so far. Yes, the good old-fashioned self-proclaimed chosen. Sort of. He has been using his power to speak to the mind of Zog and get him to believe he is the chosen for conquest, right, Boar? Right, so he's a puppet. Okay, the Orc Shaman is working in the aspect Karis' favor by spreading the quote-unquote disease of the Grayskins throughout the north and then south. That's the end goal, to spread the death and destruction as a disease would. Remember, these are not set in stone, because the aspects are like people. They're like children. They squabble and they do things. So if they think something is in their favor and they have a chosen of theirs doing these things or pushing for the belief, it increases their power, right? That's why they do this. So we have a couple meddling chosen, or a couple meddling aspects. Now Karis, so Karis wants to spread the quote disease of Grayskins to the far reaches of Eladin. Is it L-L-E or L-I? I can't even remember how I spelled it. I don't even know the name of my continent, Eladin. So how is the other accomplishing this, right? So he's doing this So he has a plan. So the shaman has established himself a quote-unquote lair that he was gifted by Zog in one of the mountains that used to house a mine. Okay? So that's how that's happening. So what is he doing? The shaman has promised Zog if he delivers an artifact to him / his people, they will take it to an ancient temple monument and resurrect the power that lives there in their own perverted way. Obviously, ends in a perversion of the entity that exists there due to the influence of Karis, right? So who is this? What is this? What is this entity? What is this? If I could spell perversion correctly. So who is this? This is an additional thing that we need to add here. The other, and we'll bring it up here actually, so you guys can see this, because you don't necessarily know all of the background stuff for some of our characters here. So if we go to Vathan, this is Vathan's background. Latana wrote this, and it was excellent and really good. Anyways, so he wrote a story. Yeah, so there's an orc that essentially destroyed the entirety of his former tribe. That is a lot of text. Yep, it's a nice little read. So this orc is the same one. The orc that led the raid is the shaman that essentially destroyed Vathan's home and is currently influencing this war. Same guy. 100 years ago, same guy. So that's what that is. So this is the, quote, old orc from Vathan's past. Okay. So things that we should define for our other as well as for Zog. We don't necessarily need to figure out what they look like yet, and I think I'll get Vathan's help with this, or Latana's help in defining who the Orc Shaman was and who he saw. I'm just going to ask him what he looked like. He won't know any of this, but I'm going to ask him what he looked like. And so this is what they're doing. Now, what is the entity that he's after? The entity. If you've been paying attention, and I've been going through this in pretty good order here, and how we're tying together all of the stories of our people, of our characters, the entity is Rashi. Yeah. So the artifact is a small sky blue pearlescent orb. Can't even spell pearlescent correctly. Opalescent? Pearlescent. No, that's fine. Pearlescent orb. About the size of 2 human fists next to each other. Okay. So this is the artifact. This is what he's after. Who possesses the artifact? The artifact resides in a glass case at Duke Erdrick's estate. He has no idea what it is. Okay? The Duke does not know the history of Voss / Rashi. So he doesn't know what this is. He just thinks it's an interesting trinket that was gifted to him by someone at some point in time. The Duke doesn't remember. The Duke doesn't care. We may talk about the Duke a little bit. He just doesn't. He's an interesting guy. So this is what the shaman wants to have happen. Now, how are we going to get our people, our heroes, to care about making this or stopping this, right? Well, we've got betrayal in the lower houses of one of the lower ladies and a company there. We have the upper houses stretched thin to deal with the nuisance that is the orc incursion that is stopping all of their trade routes north, as well as their mining operations in that area. So what do we do to kick this off, right? Well, they got to get to Erdrick first, right? So they're going to eventually have a conversation. Our heroes will eventually... Let's go backspace here. What am I doing? Okay, hang on. Why? Just take away my indents. Thanks. The heroes will eventually reach Duke Erdrick. So what we're going to do is we're going to do conversation with the Duke. There's some minor stuff that they'll go through before they get there, if they do get there in relatively good time. But they're going to have the conversation with the Duke. The Duke, when they find him, depending on what time of day it is, will be with his counselors. His counselors are the 3 High Lords of Erdrick. So we'll be in council with the High Lords about what to do. It's getting more dire. They haven't heard any news from the Sparrows. They've heard nothing from Commander Belfis. They don't know anything. So he's in council with the High Lords about what to do. The High Lords are Earl Reist. We already talked about him. Sertants. He's Golden Eagle. High Lord Wunder. I can't make the little whatever. Gold Hand. We can actually define what they are too. He's an elf. Patron of the Golden Eagles. The dwarf. Azure Boar. And then the High Lord Tolan Shale. Is a gnome, which has the quote fired goat. It's essentially orange. So this is the High Lords. They're talking. Our heroes will likely be introduced to them at some point. So while they're just going to talk about the situation, and the Duke is going to let them know what the situation is. Reist, being the basically the head of defense for this entire city, knows the most about anything that's going on. So he will say as much, and basically let everyone know what the hell's happening. What our heroes do, what do the heroes do with the knowledge. I'll fix heroes. Knowledge of the southern passage and the small army gathering. We don't know. We don't know how they're going to do that. So we basically have to prep for them not saying anything and them saying everything. So if they say nothing, eventually the Greyskins will have a larger force approach Erdrick from the south and put it under siege. That's the end result there if they say nothing. If they say something, let's say they mention the Greyskin group. Reist will dispatch forces, scouts, mages, soldiers, etc. Okay, which will then maybe deal with the group, but will allow the northern Greyskin forces to win some victories and push inwards and bolster their numbers. Okay. Let's say they mention the opal daggers. Right? What do they say? What, you might not make such a bad DM. I mean, I'm coming up with this on the fly. This is developed over the time of playing, right? So I let the characters build backgrounds and things that I can incorporate and play with and maybe push for them to do stuff with, you know? So we mentioned the opal daggers, if they mention them. Reist confirms they should be there. If the heroes say they killed them, potential for arrest. That's real, right? The potential for arrest, the Duke will try to calm the situation. Okay. I spelled Reist wrong again. There we go. So we mentioned the opal daggers and them being there. Reist confirms they should be there. Guarding the southern entrance, as they are doing with 4 other passages to the south in support of the Golden Eagles being thin, I guess is the best way to put that. So potential for arrest if they mention killing the opal daggers who had every right to be there. I've been toying with this. Hida, let's call her by her title, Lady Hida, receives news that the opal daggers have been killed in that particular location. she will forcibly receive an audience with the Duke. Right? And demand justice and answers. This depends on what do our heroes do in that storage room. They don't know yet, but there is basically a stock boy, a young lad who is in one of the closets hiding. He heard, basically he was doing his job as the indentured servant would do, and hid after he heard combat. So if they find the young lad, what they do with him, and who he tells, if he tells anyone, and how that's handled, will define what Hida knows, right? If Hida knows about the party makeup, so them being an elf, gnome, dwarf, human monk, and how they look and stuff like that, she might start some shit. In the audience chamber. Or demand the arrest, which she has every right to do. Dead men tell no tales, though heroes wouldn't do that. They killed a bunch of innocent company men. So, innocent, quote unquote, the company men that are going to let in the Greyskins. Because they don't know what the situation was. They killed. You know? They didn't end up having much of a choice due to some bad rolls, but they killed instead. So, that's kind of how the next situation is going to go. I expect they're going to do some shopping. That's going to happen. Because they're in a big city now. They might try to spend some gold or sell some stuff, get some armor, get cleaned up, visit the Duke, see what their benefits are of having a Viscount of Erdrick in their party. There are benefits to this. Yeah. It should be pretty good. So, what's going to tie this together, I think, is an assassination attempt on the Duke from the Greyskins. So, let's talk about that. So, assassination attempt on Duke Erdrick in his home. Okay. The whole thing, we'll go ahead and define it now. The whole thing, it's all a front to get the artifact. That's a thing. It's all a front to get the artifact. If they take the life of the Duke, our heroes don't react fast enough, Reist will assume control as Duke Regent. The assassination attempt itself, let's take a look at, because they might get to this point, right? Look at maps. Talk maps. So not this map. I need to build a new map. New page. Okay. Let's take a look at what I do have available to me. We have Quick Encounters Mountain Pass. Shadowlands, Caves and Caverns, Dungeon Mapper, and Medium City. So let's take a look if there's some nicer Medium City blocks indoors that might function well for an assassination attempt area or something like that. You've thought of so much stuff. I mean, you know, you just think of the possibilities and you extrapolate. Guild Hall and Inn. None of these are super nice, you know? It is Medium City. It's not, oh, it's a fucking castle. What is this? Hang on. What does this look like? It's not as lavish as I would have, I would make it. So what I'm thinking is, and I have one of these somewhere, I think. So I have a couple other maps that I've downloaded that maybe we could use. These are all good maps, right? Like for other encounters and other situations. Like let's say they get into a bar fight. This works. Tiles are a problem too. Definitely need to buy those if DMing starts. Ask Duzin if you can borrow his or something. If you guys aren't playing at the same time. But yeah, tile sets are they're very nice. There are free maps online, right? So like don't get super discouraged. There are free maps. And that's what I use for the first couple sessions. It's just some of these tile sets are like super nice. Okay, cool. So this is like a nice shops area we'll probably use at some point. I like this. I might actually move one of our encounters onto this map at some point. Oh, they have the roofs attached as well. So that's how it would look from the outside. I like that. That's super cool. Nice. Okay. These are all mod stuff. Open, city view, overblocks. Okay. Definitely not playing at the same time. You'll be in his campaigns, most likely to be in. Yeah, that makes sense. So hang on. Let me go take a look at some of the maps that I do have here. I know I have like a castle, right? One of these maps is a castle. Hang on. Let me find it. It might be in one of these sets that I just got. Oh, this might take a while. Hang on. I think it's down here somewhere. That's desert tiles. Honestly random because the thumbnails haven't populated. I could. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Hang on. Is this it? This might be it. Ooh, yeah, that might be part of it. Why is it in a separate... You know what? Here. Let's just do this. All. Yeah. Maybe we'll be able to look at them. Trying to translate this fluff of you to read and give feedback on. It's all right, man. Get the inspiration. It's all about the inspiration. Additionally, we are out of our first drink. I'll pop open the second here. It's a two drink show tonight, boys. 2-drink show. Can't remember the fancy word for in practice. Just use in practice. Doesn't need to be fancy. I won't judge you for your fanciness, you know? I see that there's nothing on the screen for you guys to look at, but skip it. Cool. All right. Let's find this fucking castle that I downloaded. Where are you? Oh, is this it? Oh, hell yeah. I think it is. Oh, it's the wrong one. Hang on. There's another one that I wanted. I have a couple of them in here. There's a particular castle that I really liked in this set of stuff that I really want to use. De facto. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, it's essentially a mansion. Okay. So, what it looks like. Do they have the... No, I want it filled. Not dark. Cool, I think. Oops. Huh. For it being such a... Am I looking at this incorrectly? Sorry, I'm looking at this map now. And I'm trying to figure it out. What they've got going on here. Yeah, no, it's actually not what I want. Okay. Okay. Huh. You know, I thought I had a castle I liked. So how about this? Let's go shopping. Pull up. Yes, it will. Oops. Marketplace. Marketplace. Browse. Browse. Let's find a castle. Let's find like a nice city or something. Okay. We want maps. Popular. And I gotta remember the guy's name that I really like. Gabriel. That's right. Gabriel Picard. Dude makes way too many good things. Okay. Dungeons, medium cities, wild woods, swamps, big city slums. I think I might just use medium cities if we ever get in a fight in the slums. Hassle-free castles. Basement. Upper. How much is that? $5. Plop downtown was the one you were looking at? Village to pillage. Big city. Big city slums. Maybe it would have something cool in here. Roofs. It is a big city. Holy moly. No. Doesn't have what I want. I'm looking for some like lavish rooms, you know what I mean? The Dwarven Hold. I thought about using that for a while. Libraries, caves, ruined keep. Don't want a ruined one. File tiles past tense. The puns. Tabletops. He's got to have one in here. Fortified Cathedral might work. Fortified Cathedral might work. The Fields of War. I want to use that at some point. That'd be nice. Cliff Estates. Hey. Maybe this is it. Large South Estate wing. Oh, man. Yeah. Okay. Okay, this is kind of cool. Hmm. Hmm. Slap downtown. Let you build your own cities instead of using modules. Hmm. Kind of like Cliff Estates. Royal Gardens. The Halls of Marble in the Celestial City. Maybe we get to use that at some point. Which one had castle things? What I was just looking at? Cliff Estates 2. Hassle-free castles. It's kind of awesome, though. I kind of love this. This is the cathedral one. Steampunk Fortress. That could be cool. Slap downtown. I missed it? Fallen Tower. We don't need that. I'll put in slap downtown. Oops. We'll remove this guy. Fortification Edition. Oh, I did miss this. Oh, hang on. Oh, nice. This is super generic. Oh, this could be really good. From the same guy. Okay. I love Picard's stuff, man. For the price, like you get so much. This is kind of cool. Huh, okay. We'll keep this one in mind for sure. You said there was another slap dash downtown? Maybe it's in everything? Oh, okay. He doesn't have them all in maps. Oh, this is like a standard, just a town. Okay. And you can just build your towns. Cool. I like it. I think in this case, we're going to take a quick second. I'm just going to go to my face, and I'm going to buy this. Right? Yep. Just don't need you to see my credit card info. Good stuff. All right. Pretty sure I need to refresh the page to get this, though. Hang on. No, I don't trust you enough. I'm just playing. I don't trust everyone else that has access to this until the end of time. Go to my face and buy this. It makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break and we'll come finish up this map, okay? Let us continue. Start this map, not finish this map. Yeah. You might be right. Oh, shit. Let me move my books here. Make sure we've done all of this that I care about. Yep, I defined all of this. The rest of this is just descriptions about the Duke and some of the house. So, close it up, close it up. Yes, yes, yes. Move this, move this, move this, drink this. Excellent. Let's take a look at our marketplace assets. Village to pillage, Slapdown town. Fortifications edition. Doors and shit. I need a room. I need a set of rooms. I believe this will function relatively well for the Duke's Chamber. Okay, so let's do that first. We're going to do the Duke's Chamber. Not sure how big these are supposed to be. I think actually that size. 12 by 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, nope, that's wrong. Was I on the wrong one? Oh, they're all 12 by 11s. Interesting. So it'd be that big? That doesn't seem right. Hang on, let me grab one of my... tokens here. Yeah, it doesn't feel right. I'm having him stand next to the door, so until the door gets big enough that, like, he could walk through it. That's better. Okay. That's better. You can assign dimensions under right-click advanced? What? All right, well, let's try it. Let's go 12, 11. It seems so small. Am I wrong? That just seems so small. Yeah, I don't think I like it like that. Gotta be honest. I make it like at least this big. Sure, 19 by 18. Sounds good to me. Yeah, they'll stay good, looking good even if they're huge. Exactly. They're all vector. Yep. That's how all of my channel art is done, actually. Okay. So, what I want to do... Does it come with the dressings? That's what I want to know. If it doesn't, then I have to kind of use what they've given me, which is less than ideal, but, you know, imagination goes a long way. See if they have any of the dressings down here. Stairs. Nope, doesn't look like it. Son of a bitch. That's unfortunate. This is the room I'm going to have them be in. Makes sense, right? And they're going to have to run down and run across. Let me make sure that like he makes sense to be there. It's a little too big. What did I say this one was? 19 by 18? Eight by 13 is not right here, but yeah, it's so small. Why is that? It's like uncomfortably small. I don't like it. That works though, I think. Yeah. Contacts are giving me shit. Okay, so I think this is the quarters that the guests are staying in. And so this is where we find out if Ignas is staying with them or if he's going to stay in his own rooms, right? And if that's the case, God, so I need to use this instead. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I don't necessarily like it, but you know what? Imaginations can work with this, yeah? Oh. There's no stairs up to here. I guess I could add stairs here, and yeah, that would work. We could do that. And let's see if Ignas stayed. If Ignas stays in the same rooms, then that's cool. But if not, then we need a location for him. Like his own private rooms. Actually, this might be better for the Duke. Yeah, I'll call this the Duke's rooms. And you know what? Yeah. I like this better. Let's do this. They all stayed in here. This is actually Ignas's rooms. How about that? The entrance to here is going to be some stairs. Right? So gates furnished. Don't want grates, gates, walls. Quick additions. Turrets, floors, ramps. Stairs. Here we go. Even these are wrong size. We have stairs going down. Is that a thing? We can make them circular stairs. That's kind of cool. Let's make them circular. Oh, no, that works. Right? Make this, like, slightly bigger. I don't feel comfortable with that being there because if people were eating, they would just fall down the hole, right? Let's call it, like, right here. That's kind of cool. So if they go down the stairs here, they end up where? Right? They're going to end up in a hallway. So let's go to the interiors again. Downstairs. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. I don't know what you mean. Did I miss something? I'm sorry. Where's like a hallway? Got a lot of like just stuff. But I want like a, oh. Huh. Oh, shut up. They go downstairs. Where do they end up? You guys are the worst. So what I'm going to say is they end up here. Right? Make that a thing. Okay, so they go down, or they go up. These are upstairs. They come down. So if they go downstairs here, right? So we need another set of downstairs. In the corner there. And they come down. I still need like a connecting area, right? Can make it this. Just a blank stone area. I still feel like I need like a hallway. I need a fucking hallway. A hallway I can slap some doors and rooms on. Ooh, or this. Hang on. This might work. I think this might work. Right, and let's move this way. Slightly too big. Whoa. And then I need one of these attachment deals down here, yeah? Ramp wall connector. Stone ramp. Oh, this is the wrong direction? I feel like that ramp wall connector should be better suited for ramps. You know what? It goes up and then one to go up and one to go down. I kind of wanted them to be on the same level, though. So what I'm going to do... kind of hash it together, I guess. No, I don't know. That doesn't look right. You're right. Oh, do 2 on the ramp. Oh, I got you. Oh, fuck me. Give me that. I want that. If there's walls here, I'll just use walls. Stone floor. Easy enough, right? Oh my god. Oh, I'm hitting the Windows button and not Alt. A little janky, but you know what? I don't actually care. It doesn't need to be perfect. Yep, floors even. I think stone floor was the right way to go there. Thick walls. Oh, these are like outdoor walls. I wanted like indoor walls. God, this is extensive. I like it. All these turrets and stuff. Oh, these are going to be so much fun to use later. Be cool. Making sure I'm not seeing or not missing anything that I like really want in here. Octa turrets. Random additions. Log walls. I mean, it doesn't need to be a log wall, right? It's indoors. Not like a fort. Okay. I think this is okay how we have it done right now. What I get for trying to multitask. Oh, good. All right. So what I'm going to do is zoom out. Highlight all of these bad boys. Send them to the map. Oh, whoops. Send them to the map. Map layer. Now they're all back there. We're going to still function on the objects and tokens board here for a second. Because what I want to do in this room here. Yeah. So here's the thing. Ignas has a sister, by the way. He has a younger sister. He doesn't know that. He has a younger sister. I made his family, so he has a younger sister. What I want is where is it? I just saw them. Bars. Interesting. Trap door. Yeah, I want a trap door. I'm going to put it on the GM layer. Right, chun. And over chun. Right here. Okay, and if they find it, you made his family? Phrasing. No, I did exactly that. I made his family. So our heroes. Let's go ahead and get them. Let's see if this encounter never happens. I'm going to be very sad, but I'm pretty sure it will. So objects and tokens. Let's go ahead and put them in. Desdin, the dwarf. Vathan. Oh, and his wolf, because I forgot about his wolf already. Oh, these aren't even the correct ones that are set up, aren't they? Ooh, this one. I want these guys. This is the set of guys that I want. Right? The ones with the, they have all of their sites set up correctly. Let's make sure. Let me double click, that's right. 3060? No, they're not correct. 6030. I jacked this up the first time I did it, so go ahead and fix them. I did have them fixed on one of these maps. Sure, the wolf also has dark vision? Does he not? Oh, hang on. Keen hearing and smell. He doesn't. He does not have night or dark vision. I didn't know that. Good to know. Okay. We're gonna put everyone. Oh, Ignas has his own room. Just hanging out in here, like gnomes do. Vathan and his wolf are in this room. Yes, correct. Yeah. So I can hide like all of the mobs and stuff if they don't see them, all that kind of stuff. And so he has a sister. So we're gonna search by gnome. Monsters, deep gnomes, Finnerbnibble. Well, that's not a very good look for his sister, is it? Wolf has his own bed. Yeah, he got lucky that way, I suppose. I do think I have something for this. Let's look in here for gnome. There's gnome warrior. And let's look girl. Bad girl. Dead bad girl. And girl's bicycle. Woman. Nothing. Huh. Use the GM layer to mark the pit traps. Yes, exactly. It wasn't clear from your perspective. Yeah, it's a little interesting how it looks. Oh, maybe I should type in female. No reserve. What? No, I just literally looked at them. Okay, that's frustrating because I have all of this stuff in here. Okay, townsfolk. Let's just look at townsfolk. Noble female. Child female. Here we go. Easy enough, right? Let's make her small because she's a freaking gnome and she is in bed. Sleeping like she should. Okay. Laborers, blacksmith, bartenders, child, noble. Yeah, let's go ahead and put the noble female. It's not a very noble looking household, but you know what? It works for this situation. So we have gnome 1. Where's the noble male? Why don't I have a noble male? Why do I have 2 noble females and no noble males? Huh. She's going drown in those sheets. Yup. Search is weird sometimes. I don't understand. Can I just put in noble? Nobleman. Good enough. But he's small because he's a gnome. And he's in there. Okay. So this is what the place is going to look like-ish. The shit that's in here, undecided. Do I have tables and stuff that I can add here? I do have tables. Ooh. Let's put a scroll writer's table, because that's fucking cool. Might be a little big. Yeah, there we go. Let's put a scroll writing table here. Let's put it against the wall. Super neat. And then let's put like a round table that they've all would sit at, you know, when they come downstairs. So like it's a little big, right here. Like this. And we can just put random tables in too. Oh, that's kind of nice. Like end tables. I kind of like the idea that there's like, oh, there's one here. It helps fill the space a little bit, you know? And then like they'd have another one up here. He'd also have another scroll table up here. For sure. Like a personal study type area. Cool. I kind of like that. So what else would we put in some of these rooms here, right? Because I'm gonna say like these are probably storage rooms. Maybe we could have something there. So maybe there's a fireplace. No, I don't have one, I don't think. We have fire pits and stuff, which we can just use. Magic fire bowls. This is generally how I denote fire in the game right now. So let's say they're braziers, right? So some of this stuff is framed by braziers. Basically things that just hold fire. Right? So it's not always dark inside. You don't have to carry a torch the whole time. So Ignas would likely have a brazier in his room to keep warm. Right? There would probably be one. It's kind of a small room. So you know what? Let's put it right here on the table. That's where it'll be. And so I've done these before in a way that generates light. So it emits light. Let's say it's 40 and then 30, right? And at this point, all players see light. Yeah, actually, so let me go ahead and just copy and paste these bad boys in. You can go away. I gotta pay attention to my braziers, you know, and like keep them around a little more often. So there's house staff, right? There's house servants that would keep these lit through the night. So this one would have another one, let's say like right here. And they would have one in their room, like at the foot of their bed. But the rest of this place would likely be pretty dark, you know? So in that case, this is what we're gonna do here, and we'll do this now. Well, I'm not gonna resize any of this, am I? Yeah, guard posts, exactly. So you see this here and here? I'm clicking them now. Yeah, those are your guards. The guards' living quarters. So the guards of this Duke, right? He has his own personal guard. So let's take a look at what might those be, you know? So let's look at those. Let me pull up this. Make sure I have it all put together here. And we'll go to this. So let's take a look. Let's see if we guards. Is there any guard? Nope, not player options. I'm sorry. I want bestiary. Guard. Anything. Nothing. Did I break it? Guard. Oh, it is working. Hang on, guard. I'm just not reading. Let's go to sources. The monster manual. There we go. Shield Guardian and guards. Here we go. Guards, regular guards. Cool. Yeah, these are the type of guys that would be here. There might be what is a Shield Guardian? It's a construct. Okay, so we would have maybe a guard and a guard captain. How did I change the color of Astronauta? It says day mode here. I'm assuming you have an option to turn that into night mode. Shrugs. I don't know. Yeah, just click the night mode. I'm glad you guys are using the source that I've given you. Or shared, I guess, not given. I don't make this. So in this case, so we have a guard here. Let's take a look at their challenge rating and stuff. 1/8. So they're not very strong, right? They're not strong. But you know, they're just guards. They're just typical guards. And I think what we could do in this case, let's see if there's beds. Tent, sleeping male, sleeping female. So there's no... Maybe just sleep. Hundreds of euros in ebooks. Yeah, that does help. Camp. Don't like any of these. Actually, you know what? This here works for guards. Right? That they're sleeping. Doesn't necessarily give them a bed, but the thought is there, right? So each of these guards is asleep in their rooms, each tended to by a brazier of their own because, you know, you don't want them to get cold here in the mountains. Right? And then I think, so these are all just standard guards, right? So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go guard. And put the guard on the map here. His character sheet is fine, so I want to be able to put him in my journal and edited by me. Save. Cool. So now I have a token here for a guard. And we're going to put 3. And they're all going to be here, but on the GM layer. So when they move, we'll be able to manipulate them. Make sure he's down here, actually. So it looks like they're sleeping here, yeah? Can't see the map. Oh, I'm so sorry. Sorry. So anyways, yeah, I put the sleeping guards here. And then put the guards on top of them. And then put them on the GM map. Yeah. And so now they are here. Oh, I can remove this. This is fine. I don't need that. And they are going to be under... They're under monsters as well. But let's add a folder. Let's call it City Guards. Easy enough, right? Let's drop these guys down into the City Guard column. And then I want to see if there's Captain. I want to know if there's a Captain of the Guard. Captain? Yeah, so that's not right. Bandit Captain and Hobgoblin Captain. So let's see if we can't find something that's a little bit more fitting. Could make them bandit captains. Just give them a captain, like the regular guard face. Let's try this. Let's go to Kobold. So if you guys don't use this yet, this is called Kobold Knight Fight Club. Fucking super useful. TOB has City Watch Captain. Ah, see, I don't have that available to me. I didn't buy that. Let's just take a look at the source then. Let me check it out. You said TOB, Tome of Beasts, City Watch. Yeah. Challenge rating 4. Holy shit. Huh. All right. We're going to get a Kobold Fight Club. So let's... Sources, Monster Manual, Player Handbook, and I do have Valos on here just because it's fine. I don't mind Valos being on here. Let's type in Guard. Just see what we get. Shield Guardian, Blackguard. Guardian Naga. Let's put in Human. How about this? So we have Human Nobles. Awesome. Awesome. So we have data for the nobles now. Oh, they got me in humanoids here. Hang on. Let's just go ahead and select humanoid. Scouts, hobgoblins, spies. Priest. Bandit Captain might be the closest thing. Veteran. That's the name. Oh man, why couldn't I remember this? Veteran. That's what it is. Okay. Wow, could I spell this correctly? Half Red Dragon Veteran? Oh, that's fucking cool. But yeah, veterans. Awesome. Multi-attack longsword. Super cool. 58 health. God, these guys are stacked. I love it. I like him. So this guy here, you're going to have a veteran here and a veteran here, right? These are the elite, quote unquote, elite guards for here, I'll bring up their character sheet again. For the Duke. Makes sense, right? Yeah. Let me go ahead and make sure I can see this. No one else can, and I can edit it. Save changes. Perfect. Super high challenge rating here, too. So, good. I like this. Veterans. So, let's see if there's, let's see. What was I looking for? Are there chairs? No chairs. Characters free piece. It literally just says freebies. Okay. Dark Lairs, basic undead, Dungeon Master essentials. Wyverns, Minotaurs. Oh yeah, it's just dungeon stuff. Okay. Characters, nobles and guards, soldiers. Okay. Not camp. Even if it's just a stool, like a camp stool would be cool. Oh, the tavern pack, maybe. Yeah, nice. Okay, cool. There's like a bench at least, which is nice. Shelves. That's where the tables get. Oh, good, a stool. Oh, perfect. So there's a stool here, and so the veterans take turns taking watch, right? So this can go to the map layer. The veterans take turn taking watch. You can't even see the stool he's on, but whatever, he's fucking there. He sits there. So this one's asleep. Cool. The same thing happens out here. So let's go GM layer. So let's say at the time of this, there is one of these guys is on watch here. He sits here, and he is on watch. So he goes token layer. This goes map layer, and he is currently. Or did I mess him up already? Oh, did I put him on map layer too? Ew. Did I do that? Yeah, I did. Token layer. And he's here. Cool. I like that. So this is a pretty good setup here, right? Like this makes sense for the Duke. Our heroes. Now there's things that we need to remember here. They're sleeping. Which means in this case they would be unarmored, right? I'm going to say the wolf here sleeps at the foot of Vathan's bed. Delete sleeping guy, or 4 guards and 1 watching. No, you're right. I should just go ahead and delete the sleeping guy. At least this guy, right? Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. Yeah, I like this. This is nice. So, things to remember. These guys will be without armor anyways, but no armor here and no armor here. So we have to take that into account when we build this this thing. But they also have the help of these 2 veterans, right? Poor guards without bed. I know, there's no beds for me to give them. I could give them benches, actually. You know what? Let's give them benches. At least, at least it's something that they can just, like, sit on. Lay on. Something. Go ahead and put this in the map layer. Put them on top. No armor, monk and barbarian. I know, that's why I'm not, like, super concerned about it. Oops. Go ahead and delete you. But it is something we need to keep in mind, right? Okay, let's put that there, and then let's go ahead and put it on the map layer. Map layer. This boy, he's just on top of that. Cool. You know, it's not the best in the world, but I mean, we could even give him blankets, man, if we're like really feeling froggy about it. Just like that. We're just gonna do the one. I like it. So that's what we have to keep in mind. I like how we were like finding neat stuff that I do have that I didn't even know I had. Kind of fun. There's just like plates and stuff, shelves. Oh, this is so cool. Okay. Binocular sanctum. Oh, wow, these are cool. I didn't even know I had this. Holy shit. Not dive into that. Cool. Okay, so I think that defines, and you know what? Let's go ahead and put noble. Yeah, let's go ahead and put that here. Oh, wow, look at this fancy boy. Jeez. Give me in my journal. Okay. 1/8. Yeah, they don't have very many hit points. They die pretty fucking easily. So what I'm gonna do with this guy? Yeah, they have an AC of 15. Is that armored? Yep, still going. Get out of here. I'll be done. You know what? I'll be done in a second. Maybe 10 or 15 minutes. I didn't realize this setup would take so long. I'm sorry. Breastplate. So we might have to change this. What is their dex? 12? Their armor class is 11. Yeah, that's unfortunate. No armor. Only in chat. I like it. So what I'm gonna do with these is I'm gonna go ahead and just put them on the GM layer. This is for me, right? So when I like roll initiative, if they need it or whatever, we have that handled. Okay. Okay, cool. So that's them. Now we need our enemies, right? We need our enemies. It's gonna be fucking serious, all right? This is they're not half-assing this at all. They're getting their shot at the target, and they're not gonna half-ass it. So let's go to Kobold Fight Club here. What we're looking at is orcs, right? We're looking at mostly orcs. One of these, the blades, I think, Blade of Ilnavals. One of these guys is assassin, like an assassin. The hand? Spellcaster? This guy, the Red Fangs. Yeah, okay. Kind of wonder if you're getting sick again. Oh, maybe you are, man. Maybe you are. So this guy is a challenge rating 3 Volo's guide, which means I kind of have to create his thing here, right? So let's go ahead and put a Red Fang in here. At this point in time, they're probably still level 3, so that's fine. Oh wow, 2 of them makes it a deadly encounter for this group. So what we need to assume here is that the guards count. So let's say there's 6 now. 3 Red Fangs are already a deadly encounter. What level do these guys count as? Two extra dice damage? Oh, do you mean about the guy that I'm talking about? The hand ability. Oh, I'll have to read it. Would you call these hit points 58? So they're like level 4. Right? They're like level 4 fighters. That's important to note. I think we could put 4 Red Fangs here. Let's go 4 Red Fangs and some regular orcs. 3 Red Fangs, 4 regular orcs. Right? 6 at level 3 or 7. When does it drop down? It's still a deadly at 9? There's no way! This is wrong. This is actually wrong. If we had our 4 players at level 4... That's insane. It goes immediately up to deadly. I don't believe... That's not right. That can't be right. I think this is good. This is fine. These guards are really weak, though. Four hands, nothing else. Those guys are sick. Read the abilities. Okay. Yeah, they're assassins, right? So they have cunning action, 2 extra dice of damage when it hits a target with a weapon attack. Wow. Okay. First round of combat, the orc has the advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn. Cast darkness without any components. Oh. Yeah, the guards they feel a little lackluster. So maybe I'm missing something here. You'd think that we're gonna pull the real book out now. You'd think difficulty is based on adjusted XP, which is XP plus certain modifier beta number. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. I just thought it was interesting that it's based on number, even though you have like 10 people. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Index of stat blocks. There has to be something. Maybe they're all veterans? Veterans are too strong, I think. Maybe they're scouts. Classified as scouts, but like... Oh, knight is an option. Huh. We could make them scouts. They're slightly tougher. Right? I think that's what we do. I just work here, man. Yeah, you're right. We're talking about, like, these are the guards for the Duke. The rest of the household may be guarded by your basic run-of-the-mill, I just work here guys. But you're right. I think in his chambers, him and his children's chambers, he'd employ slightly stronger stuff. Right? That would make sense. The Golden Eagles wouldn't allow that otherwise. So let's take a look at scouts. Scout. Monster Manual scouts. They have short swords, 13 armor class. We could also just tweak the guards themselves. You know? We might not have to settle on like doing a scout thing here because they're very particular. So let's take a look at I'm on my end, I'm looking at guards. I like the guards because they have a higher armor class. It makes sense. It makes sense. The problem is some of them are sleeping, so like they're not going to be wearing armor. So we'll have to change that as we look at them. So I think if maybe we just play with this, right? So if we look at the guards here, let's call them guards of the Duke, right? Let's give them a classification. There's a thug, which is CR 1/2. I think I looked at that. You know what? Yeah, hang on. Let's take a look at that. Hit points 32. They have pack tactics too. I like this. You know what? No. This makes more sense. Let's call it, they're guards. We're just going to leave this. And what we're gonna do is pick up thugs. Thug, not thugs. I don't know why I do that. I pluralize everything. Thug. Drop this bad boy in here. Yeah. That's kind of cool. I like that idea. Susan, I'm in agreement here. I like this. And regardless, I should have him in my book anyway. For sure. 32. CR 1/2. Yeah. Okay. So what we do is we change them from thug to guard of Duke Erdrick. Right? Just call them that. It's the same. It's fine if it says thug. I know what it is. It says this here, and this is what it'll roll and show. Bad armor. 11 leather armor, but they have more hit points. I think it balances. Honestly, like they're your general they're your run of the mill like upper guard, right? I think this is fine. Interesting. Yeah, they're just not wearing armor, I think. Well, they're wearing leathers, yeah. Go ahead and delete this guy, put them there. And we'll switch to GM. I like this better. And these tokens represents veteran, but we can rename them. So let's take a look at these veterans, and they're going to be captain of the guard, right? There's two. Could fluff that they're not full battle gear. You usually wear leather or gambeson on their chainmail so it doesn't chafe. Yeah. I think that's accurate. And we might play around with who's sleeping and who's not and who notices what, you know? So now in this case, I need blades. I need blades of Vilnaval, right? I really want to use these guys. I think the blades are fucking cool. So, or the red fangs, sorry. The blades are the other one that I want to use later. So, red fangs. I don't have the fucking VGM. Sucks, because I'd love to just... I'm going to do something off screen real quick. I want to know how much Volo's guide is on here. That's what I'm looking for. If it's another $50, I probably won't buy it. But, yeah. Let's go Volo. It is $50. Bummer. That'd be really cool. So I kind of just have to make... them. As long as the players don't get hit first, it might be fine. If not, they might get one-shot at... Yup! But that's the point. Okay? Actually, we need a downstairs here. So this is up. So this is the way that the assassins will be coming in. Right? So we need a downstairs that would show the way that our boys... Sorry. Let me show you. So this here... The stairs, actually, I just realized that the properties here don't have my cursor on it. So here. So this here is the way that the assassins are coming up. So the way down, I believe, is going to be like over here. Right? So let's go ahead and add one of those. Let's go to the map layer. I totally forgot to add a way for them to come downstairs. So I think it's here. Right? I think that makes sense. Yeah, they're assassins. This is their job. They're putting a lot of resources into this. So it should be respected as such. Yeah, I think that's good. So let's go ahead and I guess we have to make the blades here. So what I'm gonna do, I wonder if I can, Goblinkin. Can I copy the orc? I can't. Yep, I'm listening. Suggestion? What's up? This is honestly a really complicated encounter, I'm not gonna lie. Change the one in the lower room to sleep in the middle room. Why do you think that, Q? I'm listening, but why do you think that should be the case? You think they should come down into this bottom room here? Yeah, but why? Why should they? I don't mind doing that, but why? Thought the stairs would look better there. Oh, okay, I got you. I kind of like that these higher level guards would each have their own individual rooms here. That Erdrick respects them enough to do that. So I think that's what we'll do. And actually, I kind of want to add an additional table here. Let's go. Let's just copy this one. And spin it. And actually, these both can go on the map layer, right? Some of these aren't on the map layer yet. Make sure that happens. Okay. Good enough. Stairs would just come from the floor and not the wall. These should be stairs up, actually. So that's already my fault. Those should be stairs up. So let's do that first. Stairs up to walls. I think that's good enough. Whoa, I just clicked off my entire map. Hang on. All right. So this is now on the map layer. Go back to the token layer. Things that I need to do before we finish this up and before I add anything else. I don't think we're going to move anything, so we're going to go dynamic lighting here. Polygon lines, let's make them yellow so I don't get lost. Bum, 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 bum. So you're going to have to bear with me while I go through these and make them not see-throughable. I think it adds a lot, though, so I'm willing to do it. Doors I generally denote with a different color. So I'll do that in a second here, actually. Somehow they'll end up in a prison and they can't do anything. It's possible. It's entirely possible. So we're going to go ahead and put the doors in. Cool. Now let's do the other rooms. Really? It's going to make me do... Oh, fuck. It's worth it. It's worth it. I keep telling myself that dynamic lighting is totally worth it. Which in a lot of cases it is. There we go. Okay, back to green for the doors. Desdin has them too? Good. All right. Because I don't get to see them, right? Like, I don't get to see the dynamic lighting as it's played out. I get to see everything. So, regardless of dynamic lighting or whatever, I don't get to see it. It's kind of disappointing sometimes because that'd be super cool. Sorry, I'm being quiet about this. I'm trying to focus and not fuck this up. Like that. You can select token and hit Control L to see lighting and line of sight. Ooh. Okay, we might have to play with that. Getting there, boys. Getting there. Hang on. Okay, we'll go back and do doors on that one, I think. And just do this. That. Yeah. Okay, cool. Make sure it comes up here. Cross. Down. Come this way. Go out into the greater area of the castle there. Don't know why I did that. Need to go here. Oh no. There we go. Oh no. Slightly better. There we go. Oh shit. There we go. Takes forever. It's okay. Okay, it's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it. Whew. Okay. Should you put a door token to the spots of the door? I could, but it takes time, and I'd rather just describe, yep, there's a door here, there's a door here, and there's a door here. Generally, because I cut them off with lighting anyways. And I'm like, okay, well, if you end up opening the door, I'm just going to remove this spot, right? And the light things, aren't they holes to the outside so light would be coming in? Oh, fuck. Maybe, like windows? You might be right. Shit, I didn't even think about it. Dude, I didn't even think about windows. I'm not gonna lie. You're totally right. I didn't even think about windows. Oh, I'm an idiot. Fuck. Yeah, is there an eraser? I don't think there's an eraser. I mean, there might be light coming through if it's daytime, right? If it's nighttime, there won't be any. Sup, roleplay? How you doing, man? Erase me, daddy. Fuck, I don't... You know what? It's happening at night. It's dark. It's fucking dark. We've done it. The only reason they'd be up here is if it was dark anyways. They can't see shit. It's fine. It's totally fine. How you doing, roleplay? Welcome to the stream, my man. Watch me fucking fumble around with making this shit work right now. I think one more brazier needs to... I mean, we need to have one. Here. Kind of just in the middle of this walkway here, I think. Mountains blocking around the life of the... Yeah, fluff around the problem, baby. That's how we're doing it. So let's go ahead and set up the dynamic lighting. Do not drop. Restrict movement. Okay. Nice. Good stuff. And generally, I just drag around one of these guys. All right, so there's already a problem here. There we go. Find all my problem areas. Cool. Okay. That works. Oh, there needs to be one more brazier in her room. In the sister's room. Right? That makes sense. Cool. Let's make sure the lights are where they need to be. They should each have one in their room. Right? Go ahead and put it on the table. Fuck it. Fine. I find your lack of tact pleasing. Hell yeah, man. So that's good. Now we need to populate with our enemies, right? We can... Let's say, I mean, this guard's awake and he's doing stuff. He'll have to make a perception check, but he'll be aware, right? So what I want are these red fangs, right? Isn't that what I want? Yeah, the red fangs. I'm gonna go ahead and save this picture here, because I don't have Volo's guide available to me because I don't want to pay $50 more for it. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab this token. Just save it. All right. And so what we're going to do is we're going to create the red fang here in a different way. This is a character. Red fang of... I know you can't see this right now. Hang on. I'm going to actually move this so I can copy off of it. Shargas. Let's just call them Red Fangs, because they might not be whatever the fuck. And then we're going to choose a file here. I know you can't see this. Hang on. So we're going to choose a file. I was seeing if you could see my files, and I was like, you know what? That makes me feel weird if you were able to do that. But it doesn't look like you can, which is nice on my end. Yeah. So we have some fucking assassins here, baby. Real cool. I want to use select token on the tabletop to use the default token. Okay, so we need to add a token. Cool. Apparently they're both in here now. Interesting. Wait, what? What happened to my... Alright, it's fine. They're just going to go under enemy tokens. Cool. Totally cool. Yeah, let's just go ahead and save this. Character sheet. Can I change this? That's what I want to know. Can I make this a monster one? I don't know how to do that. They are ridiculous. It's going to be great. That's why there's only going to be like 3 of them, though. Is there a way to make this a monster sheet? Did I fuck this up? Character, handout, and folder. How do I get a monster sheet? It is the cog in the upper right? Okay. Cog hit. I'm just not reading enough, am I? Oh, like that. Oh, fuck yeah. You're the best. All right. So, Red Fang is what they are. Awesome. Thank you, Desdin. So I'm going to just essentially copy this shit word for word from here. So, medium, humanoid, orc, clearly. We don't really care that he's chaotic evil, but you know what? There he is, chaotic evil. Armor class, 15. Studded leather. Yeah, these dudes are fucking nuts. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a problem, honestly. It's an 8d8 plus. Jesus, 16. 30-foot speed. Attributes. They have 11 strength. Actually, I can't even, you can't see this good. 16 dex. Jesus. 15 constitution. 9 intelligence. They're just here to kill, my man. 11 wisdom. 9 charisma. Do they have any bonus saves? They do not. Or is this telling me that they're... Yeah, they have skills in intimidation, which is +1. Perception, which is +2. And stealth +5. Holy shit. Wow. Okay. We don't really care about their language, common or orc or whatever. They do have dark vision. We do care about that. At 60 feet. Their passive perception is 12. Sent you a DM on Twitter as a link to translated fluff in the city states in your setting. Nice. Okay. I'll take a look at it. P5 battle scene is stuck in your head. Awesome. Love it. Ooh, they have a lot of stuff that they can do, which is gonna be interesting. Their challenge rating is 3. They're 700 XP. Oops. It already auto-populates. Nice. Has reactions, sure. No legendary actions. I'll leave that. Whisper is query. Or talk or query whisper. And don't auto roll damage. Show NPC name. Yep, that's fine. He has so much stuff that he can do too. All right. Actions. Actions are down here. So what is he? He has stuff. Cunning action. Boom. Oh, whoops. That is all on one line. Oops. My mistake. That goes down here. Next. Blink. You'll never see it coming. Yeah. Yeah. Desdin is still planning on playing that this weekend, by the way. So don't... Magical darkness doesn't impede the orc's dark vision. Holy shit! That's awesome. That means if Ignis smoke screens, they don't give a shit. Well, these guys are so badass. I think we just go with 4 of them. There's 4 of these guys. Actions. Multi-attack. Multi-attack. It's not an actual attack, so we're just going to leave it there. We're going to do this. And then this one is an actual attack, right? Because we're going to add Scimitar. Melee. Has a +5 to hit. Holy shit. Hit is 3d6 +3. Slashing. Okay, cool. That's Scimitar. He now has Dart. Is ranged. Of 2060. +5 to hit there too. Yep. It is 3d4 +3. Piercing. These guys are nuts. And if they cast darkness. I know they have that. That's fucking crazy. Veil of Shargus. These guys are awesome. I want to play one of these guys as just like a player character. Orc cast darkness. Okay. So what I want from this is, let's go to the compendium and type in darkness. Magical darkness spreads from the point you choose within a range to fill 15-foot radius sphere for the duration. Okay. Essentially, I'm going to just copy and paste this shit in here. Cancel. Veil is not an attack. I don't know why I have that there. Okay. One action. Concentration is yes, so I want that. Duration up to 10 minutes. They don't care about the school, the material, or whatever. This is just an innate thing they get to do. Oh, it's so sick. It's so sick. Okay, cool. They get to cast darkness. Nuts. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. So, Red Fangs, I think there's going to be 4 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them? 3 of them? Is that wrong? Should there be more? What do you think? Oh, it doesn't populate their health. Hang on. They have 52 health and 15 armor class. Yep. Okay. So 52 and and 15. Nutso. They also have dark vision, right? So they emit light 60 feet, 60-30. They have sight. Not that that matters, but they have sight. This is going to be interesting. So they have 52 health, 15 armor class. 8 health, 17 armor class. I think 4. The odds are against them, actually. They fucked this up. So I think this is what we do. Right? Okay, so this is like, they're going to get in here and fuck some shit up. I love it. I really actually love this. Right? So it says adjusted XP is 4,200 here. The thing is, it's 4,200, and if they win, it's going to be divided against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people. Right? So they don't necessarily get all that much experience from this fight. But that's not the point. It's what's happening. Right? So let's say 4,200 divided by 9. It's almost 500 experience, actually. That's pretty big. Maybe we just go 3. What does 3 look like? Oh, that was 3. 4,200 divided by 9, that is 3. So we go 3. Okay. All right. Okay. I think these guys are actually going to do what their job is. Which in this case is a distraction. They're not here to do anything. They're here to make an attempt on the Duke's life, and then downstairs somewhere, there's people stealing. There's like a fourth one of this guy, right? That's just stealing the artifact. I love it. I think this is really cool. Awesome. Okay, so that's going to wrap up the DM prep stream, I think. That went way over than what I thought it was going to. But I think we're going to be done with that for the night, unless you guys have any form of questions. I'm going to go ahead and save some of these documents here. Make sure they all go to the right place. D&D, DieFall. Storyboards. And this is Erdrick as of November 22nd. Cool. There's our story. Excellent. I think that's good. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I'm going to continue the stream elsewhere. We're going to go back to Fortnite, I think. Yeah, I think that's what I want to play here. So we're going to do that. I'm going to take a quick break, and I will see you on the other side.